Hello everyone, I have a pretty interesting video today. I have Charlotte. If you did not watch my previous videos, I adopted Charlotte in January of 2021. So I actually just want to kind of dedicate this video to her so that way you guys can kind of learn a little bit about her. She actually was my foster cat, second foster cat when I was still fostering for Best Friends New York. And she was just too cute. Like, I had a criteria of like they need to be getting along with my cats, has to be healthy, young, like 5 years old. She's 5 years old right now. And also needs to just be pretty like cuddly and cute and, you know, like the typical things you would want to get. So because of that, I ended up adopting her. And I actually, because she is a domestic short hair and comes actually from a hoarder situation, so how it happened was that we got her from the shelter, and the shelter actually got her from another shelter. So I actually had to hunt down that shelter, and I was like, okay, I'm kind of curious about why was Charlotte like given to the shelter in the first place. And apparently she came from a hoarder situation. I don't know what happened to that hoarder, or maybe she was rescued from that hoarder. I don't know the true story, but that shelter in Delaware found her somewhere from a hoarder situation. So I actually got something called Basepaws, which is basically like a cat DNA thing. And honestly, I'm pretty curious about how this is gonna be, because I'm so like, if you're a domestic short hair, you're typically a bunch of other cat breeds all in one. So my cats, Dawn and Sora, they're purebred, Russian blue, and Siberian respectively. So today we're going to be going over the Basepaws, and I'm going to just insert a clip here of me trying to get her DNA sample from the very beginning. Guys, look what came in. Oh my god, I'm so excited. So it actually came in the mail like this already, and it's supposed to be what I use to return the sample for processing. So I really hope it doesn't give us issues, you know, like this is what gets sent out, and I hope this works. So open this up. This is cute. Okay, so it is like a swab. I go into their cheeks, kind of like a cheek swab, and then I enter all this information here. So I have to use this cotton swab. So I'm going to try to do this very carefully. I have to keep this liquid in there. Okay, Charlotte, this is going into your mouth. It says for 5 seconds, so maybe I could do a little bit longer. More time. Make do with what there is. No, I hope this still works. Make sure not to do it with a crazy cat. Sad. Oh God. She's very feisty, this spicy one. Oh, it's okay, it's okay. You're gonna learn about your DNA and what you are, okay? All right, so first off, we are looking at this. All right, so we're gonna be looking at her Basepaws DNA results. So here you get a little bit more information about what it is. And then this one, I thought this was pretty interesting. To be honest, if you look at her and you look at Dawn, I thought she had some kind of Russian blue in here because she's gray and has green eyes, and she's like also short hair as well. Maybe also get some kind of Russian blue in her. So right now I'm looking at possible, which like if I actually moved it from left to right, you'll see that like the actual chances of being a particular breed will be different because they're not that confident in one particular one, or that they are. So we're gonna start out with possible. Okay, fine. We're gonna go quickly go over this. Okay, I guess she won't know. Well, I'll tell you later, okay? So the first thing that you're gonna see here is, I'm like so shocked about this, looking at this. She's a tiny cat. She's 8 pounds. Yet like literally the first 3 breeds up there, Maine Coon 25.52%, Siberian 15.14%, and Ragdoll 6.03%, are among the biggest domestic cat breeds out there. So like, I mean, like, I guess we can kind of say that because she came from a hoarder situation, maybe that she was malnourished and never fully grew to her potential. I'm kind of happy I got her in this size because like Sora is already pretty big. Sora is actually Siberian, but so it looks kind of funny that she actually has more of Sora than she does have of Dawn because she looks more like Dawn. But I don't know, we're gonna go into a little bit more here, but then after that, there's 4.23% Norwegian Forest Cat, 1.28% Russian Blue, 1.26% American Shorthair, 19.36% broadly Western. I don't know what that is. I think it's just like other Western cat breeds. Then you got exotic, so 2.79% Egyptian Mao, 2.49% Bengal, which Bengals are very crazy cats. They're like so energetic and they are pretty like lithe and flexible and crazy. That's exactly what she is too. 4.03% broadly exotic, and then you got some British short hair as well. So 5.06% British short hair, 2.85% Persian, and you got 1.28% Burman. I don't know what polycat is. I think like if I were to read a little bit more of the documentation, it will let me know. But I think it's just like any other part that is not touched by Western, exotic, Persian, or Eastern. So that's how it's like if I were to move it to possible. If I were to move it to confident, it's just mostly Western and exotic. So that's actually pretty interesting that Maine Coon and Siberian and Ragdoll are still on there, but Russian Blue got dropped. So confident just probably means that that's exactly like what they definitely saw in the DNA. And by the way, on the right side, the chromosome map just tells you like that's where that particular side of the DNA came from. So then that's what I thought was pretty interesting though, because she's got more Egyptian Mao than she has of Russian Blue. I guess she's 1.4, no, she's 3.8% exotic. And 33% polycat. I still don't know what, I'm gonna look that up. What is polycat? So polycat is, all right, 93% of all cats in the world are random bred Mogies, and then they become polycats because there are multiple. So, all right, okay. We're gonna go a little bit deeper. They're gonna provide little profiles of each of these cats, and then it will give you a little bit more about like their personality, their needs, and the size even. So let's go down. Wildcat Index. So this one is like, they're not telling you that they're wild or anything. They're telling you which wildcat is actually the closest to your cat's DNA, in this case Charlotte. So I'm not surprised that the cheetah is number one because she's fast. I think she's actually the fastest cat in the household right now. When she runs, she jets, and then it's like she runs in a way that like, like they cat and scrutters a little bit because they don't have enough grip on the floor, so she runs that fast where she may slam into things. I mean, I think all my cats do that, but she does it in a way that I'm like, damn girl, you so fast. So then you got leopards, cougar, tigers, but I think like cheetah, honestly, it was like, I knew it. And you can see here, these results should not be interpreted as evidence that your cat is part wildcat. All right, moving on, health markers. So when I actually first saw this, I was like, oh my God, I please just hope that she does not have any genetic diseases. So, because at least for Dawn and Sora, I knew that they passed the genetic test or something like that with the breeders. They know that there's no genetic diseases that the breed or in general they have. So they continue to mate with the cats that have the healthiest genetic markers. So for this, because she actually is from a hoarder situation, it's not really clear how she even came about. Like, was she bred? Was she like from like actually like a litter out there from wild feral cats or something like that? We don't know, but here we see a lot of these are clear. So that is really good. And then I think there was one where it's a carrier. So good thing that I've spayed her and her kids or whatever. Maybe she has had kids. I don't even know, because if you're from a hoarding situation, you probably, and I don't even know if she was spayed or neutered when she was in that situation. Maybe she has mated with the other cats there and then it just multiplied. So maybe her cats will have this F12 gene, specifically the G greater than C, I don't even know how to say it, G greater than C mutation. She's positive, but only one copy. So if she were to be with another cat, I don't know if it's like maybe you need 2 of these genes to actually get it, or maybe you just really need one of them and then the other one just doesn't matter. You'll get your baby's gonna have it. then you may get it. But like, luckily she's spayed. We don't have to worry about that, and I'm not planning on doing anything with breeding. So that really is a factor 12 deficiency. The Hageman deficiency is a blood clotting disorder characterized by deficiency in the coagulation factor 12. So moving on, all of them are clear, so thank God there's nothing wrong with her, or will be wrong with her. But you know, this is just genetic. There's some things we still need to take in consideration moving forward, like, oh, maybe not enough water, or maybe the food is not good, and then you'll get obese, because like that's a lot of it is more nurture, so that one got to be a little bit more careful about. All right, and then this is like actually telling you exactly what that is. Like, okay, here, like these are some things you can do to make sure that they're good. So I've pretty much done all of these every day or every week. And this breaks down the groups to the actual breeds that they have in their database. So actually, when my friend first did this, or when I watched other YouTubers that do this, they actually had a lot than when I did it. So I know that like they're gonna keep on growing their database, and that way I know like, okay, maybe one day if I did want to kind of splurge on Don and Sora, even though I kind of know what breeds they are, maybe I want to worry about their health or something like that, then maybe it will actually add on to this as well. So actually, I saw something Thai Siamese. I actually thought she was kind of Siamese too, because she does have the markings around her nose or her mouth, which is apparently typical to Siamese that don't have the typical markings. And I think like that's what I kind of expected, because she's also very vocal. But then we're gonna look into the little profiles of what she mostly is. Like for example, Maine Coon. They're actually very vocal too. I haven't really heard of Maine Coons kind of cry or anything like that. So maybe I'll watch a YouTube video after this to see if they actually sound similar, but they are known for a very unique vocal set. So, all right, so the first one, Ragdoll. You can see here, 4.8% Ragdoll. We still have this set to confidence, so it's not the maybe. These are the ones where they're almost positive that, or they're almost confident that Charlotte has some kind of gene with Ragdoll, so 4.8%. So here, USA, average male, average female. So Charlotte is a girl, so she is 10 to 15 pounds here, but really she's 8 pounds, so she's just still on the lighter side. Again, there's a lot more of their actual nurture side that can contribute. And then calm, docile, and lap cat. She's not any of them. So she's not even a lap cat. She doesn't even like to be held. Like, she's okay being held, but she doesn't like to be held. But she likes to sit next to you. So like if we were to sit on the couch, she'll sit next to you, but she won't sit on your lap. I don't know if that really counts. I don't think so. But here, Ragdolls are considered one of the largest cat breeds with an average weight ranging from 10 to 15 pounds. So there you go. She is one of the, she has a part of her genes from one of the largest cat breeds out there. And this is, by the way, domestic cat breeds. We're not talking about tigers and leopards and pumas and whatnot. So semi-long haired. She's a short haired, blue-eyed, she's got green eyes, pointed cat variety. Personality. These elegant kitties are quite easygoing. They're calm, very sweet-natured, enjoy cuddle whenever available. Okay, yeah, I would say that she enjoys cuddling just next to you, you know, like not on you or anything. They are known to possess quirky behaviors like drinking water from the tap and going limp like a ragdoll when being held. Nope, that's not her. They are the ultimate lap cat, and because of their docile demeanor, they make perfect pets for families with children or other pets. So I would say she's pretty gentle, but I can't tell for sure because she's still pretty spicy, as you saw in the video before, as you saw earlier in the video. Russian Blue, 0%. So Russian Blues. All right, the weight is a little bit closer to it, but you know what? I'm not really gonna go over Russian Blues that much just because of the fact she's got 0%. So Norwegian Forest Cat, 1.8%. Gonna quickly go over because it's not really that much. So Wild Cat of the Fairy Tales. All right, let's go to personalities. I think that's the one that probably can tell the most. So with the personalities, calm temperament, usually get along well with children and other pets. While they highly appreciate the company of their favorite humans, they do so on their own terms. Okay, that one is true. These kitties love to explore, and their strong claws make them excellent climbers. A scratching post or a tall cat tree will go a long way entertaining these kitties. She loves to climb. Moving on. Siberian. So this is basically Sora's breed. I'm just gonna read it out a little bit more out for that too. So they tend to be on the bigger side. So as you can see here, 8 to 17 pounds. There's a bigger range, and Sora's actually 13 pounds as a male. So he's like right in the middle of that range. And they're social and playful, which is what Sora is. So let's see. So, okay, their coats are technically long, luxuriously dense coat. That is not Charlotte. She is a short hair. Like, these are all long-haired, big cats that this is saying that Charlotte has most of these genes of. Or not most of these genes. Most of these, the most that she had of another domestic breed, that's what she is. So here, the coat colors can vary from tabby, solid, tortoiseshell, and color point, known as exceptional jumpers. Yep. Siberians are powerfully built and strong cats with large, rounded paws. Yep. Siberians are friendly, social cats, always looking for companionship. They get along great with other animals and children. They are brave, independent, yet easygoing and affectionate. There are claims that the cats can sense when someone is in need of moral support and will provide company to the respective person. That's cute. Yeah, I think I can see that mostly with Addison, because like she likes him more than she likes me. But yeah, we're gonna move on. American Shorthair, 0%, gonna move on. Maine Coon, 8.5%. We're gonna take some time over here. Like, okay. Weight is around the same area. Personality, water lover. She actually is the only cat, when I give her a bath, she does not cry. She just sits there and takes it. So maybe this is actually kind of true, but she doesn't like it. She just won't say anything or be vocal or try to claw your way through. She'll still claw your way through if you don't have her on a good hold. She's obedient. No. Playful, yes. She's very playful. She actually is like probably the most playful cat we have. And over here, so this breed is very muscular, agile, heavily boned. I think she's heavily boned, I don't know. Sporting a thick, uneven, double-layered coat and bushy tail. She has a bushy tail, yeah, but not as bushy as a typical long-haired. They also have the longest whiskers of any other cat breed. Okay, I don't think so. I think Sora actually has longer whiskers than her. So, personality. Termed as one of the few water-loving cats, the Maine Coon is truly gentle, giant, and adored for its playful, independent, dog-like nature. I think she actually does have very dog-like nature. Maine Coons are known to be pretty vocal. Yes, this is what I'm talking about. Pretty vocal, utilizing a wide range of complex sounds. These cats are often quite obedient and possess an above-average intelligence, making them easy to train. It is not uncommon to see cats of this breed being walked on leashes. She actually had no problem being walked on leashes. If anything, she was exploring a lot, and I was just like trying to tell her like where to go, and you're like, you can't do that to her. But the other cats, like I can kind of like say, hey, go here, but then they'll kind of sit there. So yeah, I can kind of see how she was like probably mostly of a Maine Coon in this aspect for personality, and maybe a little bit about like her particular. Definitely not the weight, definitely not the size, but I will say the actual personality is pretty on point here. But then again, not a lot of cats are actually going to not be playful. Like there's still different personalities out there where these are just like, here's the commonality technically, but not all Maine Coons are going to be water lovers, obedient, and playful. So that's something to keep in mind as well. And it's also like, let's say for example, water lover. Maybe if you introduce water in the very beginning, they might actually love water. But then if you introduce them late in their life, in this case, Charlotte's 5 years old. I don't know her history. If she has been introduced to water, then she may actually just be scared, just like most cats will be whenever it comes to being introduced to something new. So that's something to keep in mind, that it's not always about the breed, it's always about nurture as well. All right, Abyssinian, Turkish Van, Turkish Angora, Persian, exotic short hair, British short hair, Himalayan, Oriental short hair, Peter Bald, Burmese, Burman, Thai Siamese, Bengal, Savannah, Egyptian Mau, 1.4%, so we're gonna stop here a little bit. So here, Egyptian Mau, she actually, now I'm seeing the related breeds is Russian Blue. So maybe this is where she kind of gets a little bit of that Russian Blue look, because like look at the Egyptian Mau, it's a little bit gray and a little bit on the green eyes. I don't really know much about that specifically, but let's look over here. The breed comes in 5 colors. However, only silver, smoke, and bronze are considered show worthy. So I mean, this breed is extremely rare, as it says over here, but if I were to say, she doesn't have any of those colors. But here, vocal, adventurous, and a water lover. Another water lover. Okay, so it's just like kind of, I mean, but this is 1.4% Egyptian mouse, so can't really take this for face value. Is an athletic breed that requires an engaging environment. Yes. These cats are playful, fast, keen hunters, and will thrive in an environment which enables them to express their instincts. Yes. They often do better in homes with older children as opposed to younger ones. Yes. I don't think Charlotte will do well with young cats. We'll see how it works when I have kids. But yeah, so I would totally say that, yeah, she's also loyal, playful, and elite athlete. But it's only 1.4%, and honestly, these are very common personality and even traits to have in a cat, so we'll see. But I think, yeah, this is the last breed that we have on this list that really breaks it down for you, and you'll see like 1.4%. And then the parts that they have highlighted is actually the parts that she has from them. So I'm just gonna stop back at this page over here just because it's the most interesting one. Here, we're gonna have it to confident. I'm gonna stop at each part just so you can kind of see all these cool things. 28.75% Maine Coon, but only on a maybe. That's still a pretty decent size. Like, honestly, if we were to use these numbers, it just means that either her mom or her dad was half Maine Coon. That's what it's telling us because it's close to 25%. It's a little bit maybe more than 25%. So somewhere maybe like the other parent had a little bit more too, or maybe just somewhere in that, there was just a little bit more. And then if I were to go all the way to possible, you'll see actually 25%. We move it a little bit more again. Probable, still 25%. So I think like realistically, a lot of these, we know for sure she's Western, just knowing from this. Like there's a lot of her in Western. And then here, 63% Western. So a lot of these are still not they're still not definite, but there's still a pretty high percentage in Maine Coon and Siberian and Ragdoll, which I'm just like mind blown because she's small, okay? And she's like 8 pounds, and I mean, I'm just gonna go pick her up again so that way you can see her size, but she's not the size of Maine Coon. Let me just insert a photo right here and you'll see how big a Maine Coon can be. How does that make you feel, Charlotte? You are one of 3 big cat breeds out there. Boop. You're so cute. And you're not gonna have any genetic diseases. Known to man. All right, let me know what you think. Would you if you have a cat, would you do Basepaws? I think it's pretty interesting, especially if you adopted a cat so you don't really know the history, and the health part is probably really interesting. I'm just really grateful that she has nothing on there at this moment. Like, we don't know if there's like any other ones out there that we just have not found out about, but I'm just really happy that she's a healthy cat. So thank you. She's also a wild cat though, so not surprised she's got a lot of cheetah in here because she's so fast. Right, Shar Shar? All right. Well, this is my formal introduction of Shar Shar, of Charlotte. We also call her Mitski V2 because the first foster cat's Mitski V1, and she actually had the same marking. So let me just kind of show you a little bit about her. Look, so she's gray for the most part. Ah! Gray spots. Gray tail. Aww, okay. Like, she's fine being held like this. She's not fine being flaunted like the way I did it. Okay, bye-bye. That's it. Let me know down in the comments down below, do you believe any of this? Would you put your own cats through Basepaws? Would you want to try to do it? If anything, like, I would want to do it, specifically for the health if you don't really know much about that. And it's pretty affordable. It's like about $100 or so. I think I got it on sale too, so it was like originally $120. I got it for $100, something like that. So definitely check out the link down below if you want to go check it out and buy yourself a kit. I think there's like a new dental kit as well. I'm not endorsing this in any way, so if you are wanting to do something with like this and kind of learn, but it's like also kind of at your own risk, because you don't want to kind of look at it like, oh my god, you got this genetic disease, and then like, yes, it's something to take in consideration, but again, a lot of it's nurture. You can still, with all those other health tips that you should be doing with your pets, that is a good way to kind of make sure like, oh, you can kind of steer them away from it, or like prevent the possibility of getting that to be coming up or something like that. So that's the story of Charlotte. And hopefully we get her into a lot more videos, and see you guys next time. Bye!